Welcome back to Vampire Survivors. I originally played this game as a novelty, figuring that, I'd stream it once, it would be fun, and I'd move on. I keep playing it, so clearly there's something here that's more than just a novelty. Let me get started again. So I've been playing a little bit longer, not that much longer. I've unlocked a couple of characters, and more importantly, I've actually started experiencing some of the mechanics that some folks who were in my chat last time called out, specifically weapon combos. So now that I actually understand a little bit about how weapon combos work, I want to show them to you because I think it's an interesting system. So let me choose Pasqualina. So this is a character whose projectiles get 10% faster every 5 levels, and they start with kind of a weird weapon. Each of these characters starts with one particular weapon and one particular advantage that levels up over time. So we'll go with Pasqualina this time. And I don't remember where I was playing last time, if I was playing in the Mad Forest or the Inlaid Library. So I have not yet discovered the next place, so I don't know. Let's go library, I guess? So, this character, for those of you who might be new to Vampire Survivors, I am only controlling my character's movements and my leveling up choices. That's it. I don't control the weapons that are firing off of me. I'm not aiming them. The only thing I can do to aim them is control where I'm standing and in some cases what direction I'm facing. But that's it. The firing happens on its own. So the thing I want to demonstrate... Oh, it's not actually possible with any of these. Let's grab Cross, because it's very similar to the weapon I've already got. So I've got this weapon that just sort of fires off in a random direction, and then I've also got these crosses that fire off me at the nearest enemy, and then also do some additional moving and damaging after they hit that enemy. So I'm collecting the blue stuff, because the blue stuff is my experience that levels me up. You can see the blue bar across the top filling up until the next time I get to make a choice of a new power-up. Aha, yes. Oh, again, they're offering me choices that I don't know much about. So, I guess... let's do Lightning Ring. So, let's just go as random as possible. So, there are some weapons that you can aim, but it's kind of fun sometimes to just only choose the weapons that you can't aim. Armor, Spellbinder. Okay, so, here's an example. The King Bible and the Spellbinder actually have a combo. If you level the King Bible all the way up, and also have Spellbinder in your arsenal, then you actually unlock something special. So I'm going to grab one of those. One thing you'll notice, by the way, so after I choose this, let me choose the King Bible. So the King Bible is a little book that occasionally shows up and rotates around my character. We'll have to see what that does. There it is. So it's not there all the time, but then if I also get the Spellbinder, and I level the book all the way up, it turns into a constantly spinning ring of books, which I can use to just wipe enemies out, which is a lot of fun. So you'll notice at the top of the screen where my head used to be, there are, looks like 12 specific slots for weapons and other power-ups. So once I've filled all of those slots, that's it. I can't get any new varieties of weapons. And so which new weapons I choose really determines what I'm going to be capable of over the long haul. Ooh, Ebony Wings. You know what? I don't think I've had this one before. I think I just newly unlocked this. So I've had, what's it called? Pichoto or Picholo, something like that. There's another bird one that I've gotten before, but I haven't gotten Ebony Wings. So let's pick that one. Is it just... It might be just maybe a more powerful form of the other dove-like creature. I don't know. Again, I'm still getting accustomed to this game. There's a lot I don't know about it. Okay, so one of the big challenges is trying to tease enemies to move into positions that give you access to the piles of gems that you drop. Because usually if you're just facing a bunch of enemies and they're dropping gems as you kill them, new enemies are coming in and standing where the old enemies were and keeping you from getting access to the gems. Garlic, Hollow Heart. See, they keep giving me choices that I don't know much about. So I guess I'll grab... I don't know. I've got a lot of weapons. I want to stop grabbing as many weapons. I want to save some room for something more powerful. So let's go Hollow Heart. Makes my health higher. So you notice Hollow Heart appears on the lower rank up above me. So weapons go in the top rank. And I think this is how it works. I think weapons go in the top rank and other power-ups go in the bottom rank. So I'm already loaded up on weapons. I'm going to be very careful about the last weapon I choose. However, the duplicator, that's a really powerful one. I always grab that when I can. The duplicator basically means that all... Notice I now have 2 books instead of 1. So part of the natural growth of a lot of these weapons is that they do gain additional projectiles. The duplicator gives them more projectiles on top of their normal leveling up. And so, especially early on in the game, it's very powerful because it'll take a lot of them from 1 to 2, which basically doubles their effectiveness. Okay, so when you choose a weapon you already have, that just levels up that weapon. So I can choose the Lightning Ring or the Rune Tracer, and that'll just add to their power. Ooh! So I think I just picked up a power-up that time freezes everybody for a while, which means I can just go around killing them and taking all of their gems, which is great. Doesn't last, unfortunately. Well, not really unfortunately. That would be a fun game if they're all frozen all the time. Okay, yeah, so I've got the Pichone. That's what it was. Or Peach one? I don't know. But I've already got Ebony Wings, so that seems like it's, yeah, redundant. Let's grab the spinach, though, because the spinach does have a nice combination with one of the weapons. So we got folks talking to me in the chat that I can't look at because I'm playing the game. Let's see here. Oh, so yeah, Reneth Corden says, bird game confirmed. Yeah, so I have in the past made fun of the fact that there are so many indie games out there that are about birds. So this game does have its share of birds. So they make up a small part of the game. They're not really the focus. Okay, yeah, so I can level up my spinach, I can level up my Rune Tracer, or I can add garlic. Garlic's a weapon, though, and I don't know what combos it has, so I'm not going to grab that. Let me level up my Rune Tracer. So those are the little diamonds that are shooting off my body. So now I've got a lot of them, and they move a little faster. So this guy, this Chewbacca-looking guy here, he's sort of a lieutenant, or he's not quite a boss. I wouldn't call him a boss, but you can see he's taking a lot more damage than everybody around him. He looks different from everyone around him. Usually that means if you kill a guy like that, he's going to end up dropping a treasure chest. So you kind of want to hover around a guy like this. Not get hit by him, but hover around him and hope that eventually you'll do enough damage to him that he'll drop something fancy. Because, getting guys to drop treasure chests is a way to level your character up faster. Because the prizes in treasure chests, they're not only currency, which is important for like the long-term leveling up of your access to abilities, but also it gives you a level up prize, which in this case is a lightning ring. It is not going to give you any new items, like all these things that have new next to them. That means that this is a new ability. It's going to fill a new slot. The treasure chests never do that. They never force you to take something on that fills a new slot. So the laurel, the empty tome, and the candelabrador. I don't know about any combos that any of these have. The area of attacks going up, though, does feel pretty valuable. So I think... I could go Empty Tome, though, because it reduces weapon cooldown, makes them fire more frequent. Let's do that one. Let's do Empty Tome. So yeah, you can just sort of see all of these weapons operating separately in parallel with each other. Attract Orb is usually nice. Santa Water. Magic Wand. Magic Wand needs the Bracer in order to level up. The other one... Do I want to grab that to fill my last slot? Because I don't know if I'm going to get a Bracer. I do already have the Spinach, which I know works with the Fire Wand. So maybe I want to wait for a Fire Wand to pop up. So let's grab the Attract Orb, because it'll fill one of my bottom slots. And it means that I can more easily pick up, from a slightly longer distance, these gems that are on the ground. And so I don't have to work quite as hard to clear enemies away from them before I can pick them up, which is very helpful. A lot of times when you choose a lot of randomly aimed weapons, it's like it's less you directing the weapons and more you following the weapons. The weapons do something, they create a gap in the enemies, and then you chase down that gap and fill it with yourself. Okay, let's level up the Spinach because I don't want any of those weapons. Come on, give me a Fire Wand. That's what I really want for my last weapon slot. If I have to choose something else, I will, but not a fan of the Pentagram. The Pentagram, what it does, it's a screen clearer that doesn't give you any of the experienced gems, and so I'm just not a fan of that. King Bible, I know that I can combo the King Bible, so let's try to level up the King Bible as fast as we can. Because I think that's my main purpose here is, I had about, half an hour between now and my next meeting. The last time I played this game, my session lasted about half an hour. So it felt like it was a good game to fill some time with. And also, because I've only just discovered how weapon combos work, I really wanted to illustrate that for you. So, leveling up my Rune Tracer. By the way, I should say hi to people who've come into the chat. No Wanmai is here. Ranithcord, of course, I've already talked to. Plague Bag. Hello, Plague Bag. Good to see you. Wrath of Vaden is here. Jedi Psyctrix is here. Wrath of Vaden is saying some stuff. Let me catch up here with the chat. Oh, okay, so Cog says that Piccione, the name of that little white bird, is a pun on Piccione, which is Italian for pigeon, pronounced Piccione. Okay, so good. Thank you. I've been wondering how to pronounce that. Oh, okay, so Wrath of Vaden says buffing the pentagram actually gives it a chance to not delete all of the power-ups. So that's a good thing to know. Thank you for telling me that, Wrath. Oh, okay, so Ranithcord says no State of Decay 2 today. I just didn't have a lot of time today, and I think I'm already ahead on State of Decay 2 videos. What I need is more non-State of Decay 2 videos. So I like to keep a nice balance there. Okay, so I could grab the Bracer, which would open me up to let's see here. So I've got the King Bible, which would benefit from me grabbing a different thing. Dang. Okay, so all of these potentially just screw up the combos that I'm aware of. So I guess I'm gonna grab the Bracer. So I'm not gonna be able to level up the King Bible. I'll grab the Bracer, hoping that I'll be able to grab the Magic Wand to match with the Bracer. Unfortunately, I am forced to make these choices. And so eventually I do, like, I've just run out of space on the bottom tier. I can't choose anything new for it anymore. So I can level up the King Bible all day. I'm never going to be able to get it to its final form now because I didn't grab the Spellbinder. Let's grab the Attack Orb. I mean, the Attract Orb, not the Attack Orb. The Attract Orb. So you notice I'm definitely more easily grabbing these things from other angles. Now the thing is, I'm only aware of 3 combos right now, and I haven't done any research to find out about the ones I don't know about yet. So it could be that there's actually other combos that I am set up for right now, and I just don't know what they are. And so discovering those would be fun. If I don't actually manage to achieve any combos this time, that will be a sad day, because that was the whole purpose of me starting the session. Okay, so I'll level up the Spinach. So the Spinach lets me do more damage, which is a fun Popeye reference. Love it. This game does have some just kind of like absurd meanings behind the power-ups. They come from all different places. Ah, okay, looks like I took out one of those bossy type people, and we've got another treasure. So Tokamak says, you shied away from Nova Drift when I recommended it because it's a bullet hell, but this seems a lot like a bullet hell. It is a little bit in that you're sort of avoiding, it's all about avoiding enemies, but they're all slow-moving enemies, and they don't really move in these sort of like elaborate patterns you're supposed to match. Some of the skills that I'm just sort of bad at in bullet hells are a little worse in those bullet hells than this game is. This game isn't demanding nearly as much of me, which I appreciate. So just grabbing things I already have to level those up rather than branching out. Again, I'm hoping that I can that I get offered either the Fire Wand or the Magic Wand so that I can make a combo. Because again, I've already picked up on the bottom tier. I picked up the Spinach, which combos with the Fire Wand, and I picked up the Bracer, which combos with the Magic Wand. So if I can get one of those offered to me. Hopefully I won't get an offering of just weapons that doesn't include those, because I'll be very, very sad. So especially when you're sort of like using a lot of weapons that you can't aim, what I'll end up doing is sort of chasing enemies in one direction, and then turning around and finding that my weapons have actually killed a lot of enemies in the opposite direction, and there's like a bunch of pickups behind me that I need to go get. But one thing I can't do because I've chosen randomly aimed things is I can't really intentionally carve a swath through the enemies. Once I get, like, if I had not messed up my ability to combo the Bibles, the Bibles actually do get to a point where you can sort of like turn into a giant buzzsaw basically, and if you move at the right rate, buzz your way through a crowd of enemies by using just a constant spinning set of Bibles. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be in the cards for me today, but we'll see what else is. So you do get to a point sometimes where you're not doing enough damage to kill the enemies quickly, or you're in a phase that doesn't have a lot of, you know, like when you've got a phase that's got a lot of weak enemies, just crowds and crowds of weak enemies, it feels like you level up a lot faster than when you've got a smaller number of tougher enemies. Okay, yeah, so I can level up either the Lightning Ring or the King Bible. Let's not grab the knife. And again, I could be missing out on combos that I'm just not aware of. Oh! Yay! I got a vacuum cleaner. Okay, Magic Wand. Let's grab Magic Wand. And now as I level up the Magic Wand, since I have the Bracer, the Magic Wand will get into sort of its final form. It'll get its combo form. So you'll notice that all of the weapons have cooldowns on them. Yay, more Magic Wand. So the Magic Wand shoots these little tiny blue projectiles at random enemies. Or maybe it was the nearest enemy. That one might be the nearest enemy. It's hard to be sure sometimes. Okay, let's see if my randomly aimed weapons can carve a nice swath through these guys. Nice, well done. Oh, but yeah, once you get kind of backed into a corner with randomly fired weapons, it can feel pretty harrowing until something, it gives you a way out. Let's keep leveling up the Rune Tracer. As far as I know, I might have a lower tier power-up, a lower shelf power-up that combines with the Rune Tracer. And if I do, that would be great. Because Rune Tracer is almost at, I believe, 10 is when something becomes comboable. King Bible, Bracer. Let's go Bracer. I hate accidentally. One downside of the attract stuff is that sometimes it'll grab things you don't intend to grab. Ooh, Smart Bomb. It's so funny that the term Smart Bomb was used, ooh, hey, more projectiles, to describe screen clearers for a long time. Like, that was a term that we used in the 80s to describe screen clearing weapons in games like this. Then that was before, like, the Gulf War, when actual, like, smart bombs became like a thing that people knew what they were. And so now calling those a smart bomb feels wrong, because it's not like a precisely aimed bomb. It's just a bomb that destroys everything. It's more of a carpet bomb, honestly. But I've still got that terminology encased deeply in my head. So we got that lion pinwheel here. I'm not even sure what that's supposed to be exactly. Yeah, I like how the Magic Wand knocks enemies back, by the way. Okay, let's open this thing, and then let me try to catch up with the chat a little bit. Oh, it looks like folks are mostly talking amongst themselves, which is great, because that means that I don't have to feel bad. But ooh, wow, oh, it's a triple chest. I love triple. I got so much Bracer out of that. Wow, so all of my weapons are sped up to fire a lot faster, which is great. Well, 30% faster overall, I guess. Okay, let's keep leveling up that Magic Wand. So yeah, I just love the fact that this game is... It's like, it's so low impact in terms of my attention. Like, I'm able to just sort of, like, mechanically... Like, once I've gotten used to the way that things move in this game, I could just sort of, like, mechanically find my way through the crowd safely. And it's a very simple, like, sort of mechanical problem-solving task for my brain that doesn't interfere with any of, like, sort of my narrative processes. So I can, you know, listen to a podcast, or I can watch a show while I'm playing this game, and it's totally fine. Like, it's I still have to make these sort of strategic choices, but even those, like, once I know what I'm doing, they become fairly quick and automatic. And let's continue to level up the Magic Wand. The Magic Wand, I think, might be the most aimable and intentional of my weapons here, because I'm pretty sure it shoots at the nearest enemy, which means as long as I sort of am skittering close to the things I want to kill, the Magic Wand will hit the things I want to kill. The crosses are doing that too, but they spend a lot of their time going backwards. Like they'll go a short distance ahead of me to hit an enemy, then turn around and shoot the opposite direction. Yeah, let's do more lightning. The lightning is fun too. It just fires in random places. It does silly things, but it kills a lot of enemies, especially when you're leveling up the area of its effect. And so eventually, you know, even though it doesn't really help you navigate that much, it does end up with a lot of blue crystals sitting on the ground, which is good. Lightning ring, sure. Let's just keep leveling up that lightning ring. For some reason, I keep reading the purple Pichone, what's it called? The Ebony Wings, as an enemy instead of as a good guy. It's got kind of the same color combo as this bat that I'm killing over to my left here. I'm trying to kill that bat. That bat has got so many hit points, and all it drops is a red experience crystal. That's it. It doesn't even give me a treasure chest, so I don't know why I bother, but whatever. Oh, there's a bunch of experience crystals over here. Oh, hey, I can level up Ebony Wings. Oh, Magic Wand, though, I really want to get it to its combo. So we'll do that. Got 15 minutes until my next meeting. Let's hope I can get this thing comboed out before we get there. Ooh, got a bunch at once. Okay. Sometimes you'll get a big pile of experience, and you'll end up making like a bunch of choices all in a row, which is very satisfying. You suddenly get more powerful. I'm not sure exactly what I've done to do that. Maybe there's like a special power-up you can pick up that levels you up real fast. I'm not sure. But just occasionally I'll get this into the zone where like I pick like 4 or 5 level ups all at the same time. There's another big boss guy. I think he'll probably drop a treasure chest. One thing I haven't confirmed is whether these levels are infinite. Like, if I keep going left forever, is that going to work? I always turn around because I'm always leaving so many orbs, but like so many crystals behind me. I feel like I need to pick them up. Sure, Ebony Wings. So I never want to just go forever in one direction, but I feel like these levels might just be continuous. A new Bible. This delay before I can accept the Bible is really weird. I don't know if it's intentional or not. I don't know what it's for. Okay, so I've been going left. Time to reverse direction to pick up all the crap I missed on my first time through. I love how satisfying it is. I'm just going back and forth like a Roomba, picking up all this stuff. It's great. Magic Wand, getting closer and closer to 10. Yeah. Blast him, birdie. Reneth Court asked if I've checked out Rogue Tower. I don't think I know what that is. What's Rogue Tower? If it's cool, I should check it out. By the way, happy Lunar New Year. There is a Lunar New Year sale going on Steam. I'll have to do some research and figure out what I want to buy. Spinach. All base damage goes up? Sure. And Magic Wand, up to level 9. Hope I remembered its combo correctly, because I'm pretty sure it combos with the Bracer. I'll certainly find out if I'm wrong. One thing I should do at some point is just go through and like pick all of my least favorite things, just to see what they combo into. To see if that will like unlock more combos for me. So I don't know, like, for instance, what would have happened if I chose an Ebony Wing and Pichone? Like, if I had 2 birds bombarding at the same time. I don't know what effect to expect that to have. Like, would they... Like, so far I've only seen combos between weapons from the top shelf and power-ups from the lower shelf. So I don't know if weapons can combo with each other. It seems like if any pair was going to, it would be the 2 birds. But I have no idea if that's something I should expect to be true. Yeah, as far as I know, because I never played with the Ebony Wings before, it could combo with basically anything. So I'm going to try to get it up to the maximum and see what happens. Oh no, it's a Medusa! Surrounded by Gorgons! Come on, Medusa. Come on. So we got proper Medusa surrounded by little things that look like Dusa from Hades. Lightning Ring. I tend to want to double down on my strengths, and so whatever is highest tends to be what I want to level up. Okay, so Radith Court is saying that Rogue Tower is supposed to be a tower defense game with roguelike elements. That's interesting. That does seem worth checking out. Ooh, okay, so I just got the Evolved Magic Wand, which basically, instead of so you'll notice that, for instance, my Holy Bibles, they will disappear from time to time and take a break. And all of my weapons do that. They all sort of turn on and off. The thing that I just got that leveled up my Magic Wand, in fact, so far, most of the combos seem to do this. They make the thing continuous. It doesn't have any gaps between it anymore, which is kind of cool. At least that seems to be a common upgrade. Let's go Lightning Ring again. Let's go Cross. Yeah, so I got that power-up that just vacuumed up all the nearby crystals, which is great. I got to level up a whole bunch at once. And here we go again. Cross. Eventually you get to the point where you're incapable of leveling up any further. And all you can do is just sort of pick up, instead of the leveling up rewards, what they'll give you is health upgrades, and health replenishments, and money. And so that's great. They've got a couple of things that are always valuable that you can sort of choose when you run out of upgrades. But when you run out of upgrades and you only have 1 or 2 combos, it means that you sort of failed to maximize the system. And so I'm expecting that I might get to the top of this and only have 1 combo, which means I'm not going to be as powerful as I could be. I think the ideal scenario is one where all 6 of the weapons on the top shelf are matched up to power-ups on the bottom shelf. And so all of them can combo, and then you've got sort of like a maxed out collection of weapons. I think that's what your goal is. And I'm falling way short of that goal, because I only know about 3 combos, and I was not able to, the die rolls were against me when it came to trying to get them all on the same character. So that's fine, though. The thing that's nice is, even if I fail at this, or even if this doesn't go as far as I'd like it to, or if I have to quit early because I've only got 10 minutes until my next meeting, all of which are distinct possibilities, I'm still going to have collected a bunch of money while I was doing this, and I'll get to sort of unlock new things and level things up, unlock new characters, whatever. And so the next time I go through this, I'll have more options, and maybe I'll have unlocked more potential combos. There'll be more things to discover. So this is the kind of game where part of the fun is discovering the combos and trying to remember the combos. You could play this probably with a wiki page open and just start with the knowledge of all the combos and sort of get a leg up on it. I'm sort of consciously choosing not to do that just because, I don't know, it's just kind of fun to discover on my own. If I got really into this and was getting frustrated that I couldn't figure out some of the combos, I probably would resort to a wiki, but I'm not doing that yet. So you notice, when these Bibles are spinning around me, I'm able to just sort of carve a swath through enemies that I can't when they're not here. But luckily, their cooldown is getting smaller and smaller. And I'm pretty sure that all of my boomerangs... So the cross boomerangs are kind of cool because they aim forward at the enemies that I'm pushing against, but then they also shoot backwards at the same time. And so I go behind me now. And I think, largely it's been the crosses and the little diamondy things that have been shooting behind me and killing a lot of enemies in the other direction, and I've just got a whole bunch of crystals to pick up. Yeah, just the sheer amount of acquisitiveness in this game, just the number of things you pick up, it's very satisfying. The number of things you kill, the size of the numbers, or just the number of numbers on the screen, and then the number of things you get to pick up is pretty fun. So I don't know what the cross combos with. I'm getting the cross close to the top. I'm not sure what it combos with, and whether or not I have that thing. Because I've got the empty tome. I don't know what that combos with, if anything. I don't know what the cracked orb or the duplicator combos with. Here's a treasure chest. Yeah, so Jedi Cytrix was asking what the... oh, let's see here. Oh, Wrath of Vaden says that my memory was wrong. That apparently the Magic Wand does not combo with the Bracer as I thought I'd remembered. That actually the Magic Wand combos with the Empty Tome. Luckily, I still have the Empty Tome. So even though I remembered wrong, I still ended up getting the thing. I didn't read the full description of the magic wand when it popped up because I think I was glancing at the chat at the time, so I missed it. The magic wand says out loud, like when you unlock the higher tier one, it says why it unlocks, so you know for the future. And it said it there on the screen. I just didn't look at it. So thank you for pointing that out, Vane. I would hate to have given misinformation, especially since I just coincidentally happened to succeed at doing the thing I intended to do, even though I was doing it incorrectly. Yeah, that would have just led to me being very frustrated in future playthroughs. So thank you for pointing that out, Vane. Oh, interesting. So, Wrath of Vaden says that it is actually possible to sort of skip the long delays involved with the chests by right-clicking the mouse or hitting escape. Unfortunately, I'm using a console controller, and so I'm not sure what button it is here, but maybe there is a button for it. I think I've been trying to hit A to skip it, but that wasn't it. But maybe if I hit B or start or something like that, that'll have the effect I'm looking for. So let's reverse again, go back this direction. Oh, we are just annihilating fools. So you get to the point where it does feel like you're just wreaking havoc on the enemies and you're unstoppable. It does always level up to the point where you're at a disadvantage. Eventually, this stuff will overcome you. So yeah, Jedi Citrix was asking me, like, what's the point of this game? Basically, I'm just trying to survive as long as it's called Vampire Survivors. I'm trying to survive as long as I can against this onslaught, leveling up my weapons. But on the meta level, I'm trying to discover combos and discover sort of the best ways to advance my characters so that in the future I can do a better job of outfitting them and last even longer. The longer I last, the more I get rewarded and the more stuff I can unlock. I don't know what's at the end of this. I don't know if it's possible to, like, quote-unquote, win this game. Or if it's just possible to do better and better at it like a coin-op arcade game. It definitely feels very inspired by old coin-op arcade games. Like, people have called out Gauntlet, for instance, as being a potential inspiration. Okay, those converging skulls are scary if you don't have, like, constant spinning books around you. Wow, I'm defeating a lot of enemies, though. Eventually get to the point where actually every enemy is dropping a red crystal. Right now, red crystals are still extremely rare, but you do get to a point where, like, the only way for you to sort of level up... Oh, good. Oh, flamethrower. Oh, I wish the enemies were denser. It's way more fun when they're denser. I forgot what I was saying before, but because I've got a flamethrower. And who can think when they have a flamethrower? It seems like it would be important to think when you have a flamethrower, but, oh, it's so difficult. So yeah, this is feeling like a bit of a cakewalk. Ooh, it looks like I've left maybe a treasure chest behind me. Let me go back. See a little arrow on the edge of the screen pointed towards something I missed. Alright, I head back this way. Buzzsawing my way through these people. So is it going to be a chest? Man, I left something really far behind. Okay, yeah, there we go. It is a chest. I've only got 4 minutes left. I was expecting this... Okay. Oh, B. B skips it. Cool. I might have to actually just force my own death. So I guess, you know, I was about to say, like, so I feel like I have sort of shown you how the combo system works, sort of, except that the thing I managed to combo, by accident apparently, was the magic wand, which is the least visible thing on my screen. It's got the tiniest little effect. So all of these other things that are not leveled up are really dominant on the screen, and you can't even tell, you know, the thing that I was really proud of leveling up. So I don't know if this makes any sense. But this is a fun game. So, I mean, if nothing else, the fact that I'm endorsing this as still being fun, like, I did that sort of early session that I streamed to sort of, you know, show what the game was. And I do that a lot with games where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play it once to, you know, show how it works, to learn how it works, and then I'm done with it. You know, I don't really need to do it again. Because I've got so many other games I want to play. The fact that I came back to this one is a pretty ringing endorsement of you know, how enjoyable it is. Because this is the kind of game that I come into expecting I'm to play it once, learn what I can from it, and then move on. And this one, I haven't wanted to move on. I'm still really, really having fun. Another attract orb. Cool. So yeah, I think, you know what? I've got to go to my meeting. I can't just keep doing this. So let's see if I can get killed. Let's see if I can, if I'm capable of getting killed. Am I not even capable of getting killed? Come on. No, my weapons are so powerful. I can't get killed. I'm like trying to run right into the enemies and I'm just killing them all for... Okay, good. Finally. Yes, they have murdered me. All right, well, let's get through this last bit real quick. So it shows everything I did, gives me a bunch of stats, and now I've got a bunch of currency that I can spend to power up. So I can, you know, power up. The thing I've been powering up lately is my greed, which means I get more money, which means that I'll be able to get more money to pay for these other things in the future. So I grab my greed, that's good. And then the next time I start, I can't quite afford the 600 coins to pay for a new character. So I'm gonna have to save up the next time I want a new character. But that's Vampire Survivors. So yeah, so I'm still enjoying this game. Once I've learned more combos and I've gotten better at it, maybe I'll even do a third session to sort of show you me doing this well instead of me fumbling my way through and not quite knowing what I'm doing. But thank you all for hanging out with me. Sorry I have to kind of quit fairly quickly, but I don't want to keep my colleague waiting for me in a meeting, so I gotta go. But thank you all for hanging out with me. I'll put a subscribe button right there and a bunch of links. And if I do play Vampire Survivors again, I will put the session right there. So you can click there if you want to keep going. Or maybe it'll be something else.